press record just to make sure that we are recording. All right, go ahead and take it away, Deborah.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for joining us. Hello, I'm Deborah McGrath, Senior Technical Product Marketing Manager with ServiceNow, and I'll be hosting the webinar today, where you'll hear Lillian Yang and Andrew Fortin talk about our and demo our new Project Workspace experience. So Lillian is a Principal Product Manager with our ITBM Strategic Portfolio Management Business Unit, and Andrew is a Senior Solution Consultant and a Strategic Portfolio Management Subject Matter Expert. The webinar will be 30 minutes, and we'll save a few minutes at the end for Q&A, but please also feel free to submit questions during the webinar. And while we're making, so we'll just take a minute to talk about our safe harbor slide. While we're making every effort to discuss and show only features that are available with our upcoming San Diego release, I'd like to point out our safe harbor notice that this presentation may contain forward-looking statements that reflect the current beliefs of ServiceNow, all based on current information available, and actual results may differ materially and should not be relied upon in making purchasing decisions. Andrew, I know everyone is really looking forward to hearing about the great new Project Workspace, so I'll turn it over to you now.
Sounds great. Thank you, Deborah. And for today's agenda, what we'll start off is we'll talk about some customer challenges and how we got here. And then we'll introduce the new Project Workspace. I'll share some screenshots, and then I'll pass it off to Lillian to give a great demonstration. So where we start off is with our current project management workspace. And today we'll be covering two areas, the workspace as well as the planning console. We've all seen these screens before, but we'll talk about where we're going and the customer challenge that we came across. So we heard from you that we're looking for a modern workspace that's allowing easy to use and serve different project types and user needs. With that, we're going to highlight the different changes we have in the upcoming release. And that's all aligned to the new Project Workspace. We're focusing on giving a new user experience for the end user. And where we're going to start off first is in the homepage area and the planning console. Though not today, but in future releases, we're going to come across the other areas that we'll be enhancing, including RIDAC, analytics, details, resource, financials, and status reports. You'll notice that this is a part of the Polaris update. So some of the enhancements you'll come to love is easily being, from the Project Workspace itself, easily being able to see your projects or all projects. And part of that is easily filtering through projects by searching your name or the project you're looking for. This allowing for quick sort and filter options, as well as going ahead and creating that new project with a template as you expect. Now, part of the planning console within the project space, we have major enhancements across two different ways. One side being the ability to have faster performance and easier visuals. On the other side is easy to use functions such as drag and drop tasks, copy and paste, right click, and giving you those quick action menus that we will need to take action quickly, as well as bulk edits, and then even being able to filter or sort columns as you may like. Now, focusing on the dependency management side, we're going to enable commonly used features across to increase the usability. And some of those may be along the lines of being able to just simply start typing to link a dependency in a project or out of project with suggestions, and easily being able to create your intended type of dependency. Now, when we're talking about baselines, we're now going to give the availability to have more than one, two baselines. So we'll have more than one baseline available for visual representation. Collaboration is key, and making sure that we can collaborate as a team, comment and tag to specific team members, and have conversations within the project space is really going to enhance the usability and the visibility within the team, making sure that we can stay on track of the right tasks and the projects entirely and seeing what's been changed, or maybe give the ability to flag a specific item that is key of mind for everyone within the project team. At this point, Lillian, I'll pass it over to you to start a demonstration.
Thank you, Andrew. We're very excited to be able to share a live demo today of the new Project Workspace that's available as part of a store app and with the San Diego release. So you see here, this is our Project Workspace. We have a couple of entry points to the new workspace. First here on the top, we have a banner letting you know that we have that new experience, and you can go ahead and click into here to go into the new workspace, or this evergreen link that stays here. When you're in a specific project in our classic experience, we also have an entry point here into our new workspace. And this link is available throughout the different tabs of your workspace. We also have a quick direct shortcut available underneath workspaces. So if we click into here, you'll be landed into our new workspace experience that Andrew had just shown earlier. In this new workspace, you're able to automatically see projects that are assigned to you, my projects right here, as well as all projects within your organization. And you can easily switch, search for project name or by assignee. So I can find everything that's assigned to Paul and sort by different project filters. And if at any point you need to jump back to our classic experience, we have that link here so that you can switch back to the classic experience. Now we'll go ahead and start a new project here. I think I'm going to plan Paul's pizza party, and we'll go ahead and apply a template. So I'm going to go and apply this project template and create a new project.
It's thinking, huh?
We'll go ahead and switch to this backup instance I have. While that's loading. All right, great. So you'll see here that we're now landed into the planning experience with the task preloaded. If we open up these parent tasks, we'll see that the parent and child tasks are grouped together by similar colors so that you can easily see similarly grouped tasks together at a glance. I'll go ahead and start adding some new tasks. So in my pizza party, I will create pizza dough. I might chop some vegetables and sauce. And as you can see, I can quickly create lots of tasks very quickly. It's a lot more performant compared to our previous planning experience. We have some quick usability features that make it really efficient to plan and manage your tasks. So I can go ahead and drag this task to the very top with our drag and drop features, as well as drag multiple tasks in the planning console right here. We also have the ability to make bulk edits. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on this list view right here. So I want to work off of this mode so I can extend my workspace so that I can focus on this list view. And then I can make a bulk edit here. So let's see, bake pizza, and I'll change multiple tasks at once and change multiple fields as well. So I can go ahead and move that start date. And across these different fields, we've really focused on enabling the input depending on the type of information you're entering to make it very easy. So we have this handy date picker. For dependencies, we have this great type ahead feature. So you can go ahead and look for a dependency based on the short description name or by the WBS number. So I'm going to create a dependency on create pizza dough, have a finish to finish dependency, and add a lag time of 2 days. And this really helps you finish up that dependency formula without having to memorize a WBS number. And also, we have these great sort and filter options available in our list view. So we can go ahead and let's see, filter by status, for example. So I want to see everything that's green. And let's assign, oh, let me go ahead and refresh. Filter by green, and then I can also sort by start date. So go ahead and it automatically sorts my list to the tasks that I'm looking for. I can easily clear those filters, so reset those columns. And then if I needed to rearrange those columns, so say I want to make sure that all my tasks are have an assignee, I can drag this to the top, bring that assignee column up, and then that allows me to quickly go through my tasks and assign it to Paul and other project team members here in this project. And then as we complete our tasks, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up some of these tasks, you'll see on the timeline view that we'll have a visual representation of how complete we are on our project and be able to keep track visually at a glance. Now moving on to our timeline view, if I'm done doing all my planning on the list side, I can go ahead and drag this over, start working from timeline mode. So that means I can move these tasks over. So let me choose something that's pending. So I can move a task out, extend the start and end dates and duration, as well as create dependencies between tasks directly from timeline. So I'm going to go ahead and create a dependency right there. Oh, let me choose another pending task. There we go. And we have a couple of great features to compare baselines. So I'm going to go ahead and create a baseline here. This is my plan A. And I will move some of my actuals over so then I can see the results when I enable a baseline. And then I'll create a second baseline as well, my plan B. So you'll see here that we've now enabled the ability to create two baselines and view them at the same time against our actuals. We have a handy legend here so you can reference, oh, this was my plan A versus my plan B, and my actual is right here. And then in our settings, this is another shortcut to access our column view. So we could go ahead and rearrange our columns. We also have the ability to turn on our parent task so we can see overall project timeline and a few timeline labels that are helpful, including bar labels, turning on and off our critical path and our dependency lines. We can also toggle our critical path right here directly on the timeline. And in we have a handy help menu with some of our shortcuts and for our keyboard shortcuts for our savvy users, as well as a legend on some of the actions that are available on our list view. And then within the project, you can easily access our form view. So if you wanted to edit your project details, you can access that quickly here, as well as make comments on your project. So if I want to ask Kristen, how's the status? I can directly post that here, as well as add attachments related to that project. We can do that with any of the tasks as well. So you can open up a task record, go into our activity and collaborate with your team members here or add attachments relating to that task. We have some actions related to our project that you can also easily access here. So if you didn't apply a template earlier and needed to do so, you can apply a template quickly, or move, copy, import, or export your project. We also have a handy help video to introduce you to the new features that I walked through today that you can launch anytime to refresh on what's available in the new Project Workspace. And that's a quick overview of the many features that are available in our new workspace, and we're excited to continue to build upon this and bring you many more. I'll hand it back over to you, Andrew.
And if Andrew is, sounds like he's on mute. Andrew, I'll jump in here for a minute. I just wanted to thank you, Lillian, for that great demo, and thank you, Andrew, for the great discussion. There are a lot of questions that are coming in as well. And just before we get to that, Andrew, I just wanted to take a minute to mention some of the other last Thursdays, and then we'll handle some of the questions that have come in. So first of all, I'd like to invite you all to join us on the last Thursday of every month when we present a webinar on new strategic portfolio management capabilities or enhancements to our existing applications. Our next two webinars will be first on March 31st, a review of our San Diego release. And that's going to be followed by a session on digital portfolio management with SPM on Thursday, April 28th. And you can also access this webinar and any of our prior last Thursday's webinars on demand from the ITBM forum at community.servicenow.com. And Lisa has provided the links to the site in the chat window. So we'll turn now to our Q&A. There have been many questions popping in. There's some in the chat window as well as some in the Q&A. If you want to put it in the Q&A, we can answer them and everybody will be able to see them. But I just wanted to, there are a couple that came in the chat, and I'm just going to put them out there. Andrew, Lillian, I'm not sure who wants to ask, but as you were demoing it, Lillian, some of the questions that came in: can the tiles be turned into a list view? And can the grid be displayed? Can a grid be displayed?
So for the homepage, we do have plans to offer a list view of the cards so that you can easily sort and filter in a list view as well.
Thank you. Another one that came in the chat: are the tasks and or milestones able to turn color in relation to red, amber, green status to easily identify on the Gantt view? And then a follow-on question to that from another user: in the UK, yellow is not recognized as red, amber, green color in most organizations. Is there a way to update this to easily to have the amber change color across all of ITBM Planner for the future? So just a little bit on that.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion, and we've heard from our UK customers that there's certainly a need to have more color options. So that's something that we do have in our plan backlog.
Thank you. And then the last one I saw in the chat window: can the new Project Workspace filter by portfolios or other projects or other fields in the project record?
Yes, so you are able to add custom fields into that list view that had shown, if you wanted to add work notes or a milestone filter, whatever kind of criteria that you're looking for, you can customize that view.
Thank you. There was a question that came in about documentation. Please do, for this as well as any of our upcoming releases, you can find the latest information at docs.servicenow.com. I also posted in the chat window our documentation for this product, for the Project Workspace for the San Diego release. So if you click on that link, that'll take you to some of the additional documentation. You can also see another a recap of a demo similar to what Lillian walked through as well. Lillian, Andrew, I don't know if there's some more questions coming in the Q&A. Andrew, Lillian, I don't know if there are any that you wanted to discuss here.
Yeah, I see a question about the dependencies. So we are using the same scheduling engine as the previous classic workspace. So when dependencies move, the dependent has to also shift over if you're in automatic calculation mode.
About the license, just standard, professional.
This is available with standard and professional licenses.
Perfect. And then let's see, what role is required to configure this new workspace?
So you will need a project manager role to be able to create and edit tasks, but as a project user, you should be able to see the tasks, but not make any edits.
Thank you. Is this new workspace, a new experience available to install on a personal device, a PDI? Was it, I don't know, was it developed specifically for like a mobile yet or?
No, just desktop.
Yeah, okay. When is this available? This is the San Diego release, which is an early availability right now. And then general availability should be March 23rd. And I think that was it. Anybody, any other questions, Andrew or Lillian, that I'm missing here?
Just one that we answered in the chat. The question was, can we copy and paste and create multiple tasks together? And that's yes, you can have multiple items copied and pasted.
Thank you, Andrew. I saw that one too. Perfect. We'll wait another minute to see if there are any other questions, either in the chat or the Q&A. But again, just wanted to remind everybody, if you want to see this again, it will be available either on the community site in the ITBM forum, or it's also live streamed to YouTube. So it'll be available on YouTube to replay as well. Right. And if there are no more questions, I'll just say thank you again, Lillian and Andrew, and most of all, thank all of you for joining us today.
Thank you, everyone. Actually, I see one last question. I assume an individual project stats roll up to portfolio. Yes. So what you were seeing was all user interface related, not data related. So all that will still roll up.
Thanks, Andrew.